Hi everybody. Today I have a what sold video, and this is going to go over what sold between March 8th and March 14th. We made no sales on Mercari, but that's pretty normal for us. So we're going to start on Poshmark. On Poshmark, we finally sold some shoes. Shoes are not a big seller for us on any of our platforms, so when they sell, I'm very happy. They were these Rockport men's shoes. They were leather, but I don't know. I don't know if it was the style or what. They were in really good condition, but they sat for over a year. They finally sold for $15, and after fees, Poshmark sent 12. After a $4 cost of goods, that means we profited $8. Next was these redone jeans. I was so happy with the sale. I would have liked to have gotten a little bit more for them. I think I originally had them priced at like maybe 100. They retail for like so much money. It's crazy. Let me see if I can, mm, if I pull them up on here. See. Originally $265. Isn't that crazy? I actually found these at TJ Maxx. As you see, they were new with tags. And I was able to find the stock photo, which is really good. I mean, you can see how this just looks so plain. This is before when I was just using a yellow background. And then you can see here how they look on the model. So I love using stock photos when I am able to. And I had them listed for quite a while. Let me see if this shows when I listed them. Sold date. No. I thought that maybe created. Okay, so yeah, they've been listed since last February, so just over a year. And so I had gotten lots of offers on them before, super lowball offers, and they've of course gone through my waterfall sale, which if you don't know what my waterfall sale is, that's when I on Poshmark do 10% off, then 20% off, then 30% off. Like bam, 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 right after the other, so that everyone's guaranteed to get some kind of a discount, and they never sold. And so finally, the other day, someone sent, I think they might have sent a 70 and I sent 80, or they might have just done 80. I can't remember. But anyway, regardless, they sold for $80, which I was very happy for. I just had taken off the tag when I went to ship them the other day, and I paid $12 for them. I saw that I'd never heard of the brand before, but when I was shopping through TJ Maxx clearance section, they had been yellow tagged out, which is like when TJ Maxx and Marshalls lowers the prices like a whole lot. And I saw they were originally worth that 200, well, it was a 65 or whatever dollars. And I was like, okay, I need to look up this brand. And I saw how well they were selling. And the black jeans I think are actually selling better than just the regular blue denim. And they were, what is it, flare or boot cut, which is really popular now. So it's just good all the way around. So we profited, technically, we paid 12, but remember that our average cost of goods is 4, so that means we profited $60 on these. Next was a tour dress that we picked up from the Goodwill. It was a little worn, like it had some pilling to it, which I find can be kind of normal with, well, for one, just a lot of tour stuff. It's not made as well as it used to be, but also anytime for some reason something is a color and white striped, whether it's red and white, navy and white, black and white. I always find that they get really like pilled up, and that like the colors sometimes can bleed or whatever. But anyway, so this did have some pilling, and I did mention that in the listing, and it still sold for $15. I've only had it up there for like maybe a month or so, maybe a month. So I was really happy with that quick sell. And these have been up there for a while. This was like a vintage looking, but not actually vintage, pair of high-waisted kind of mom jeans, and they sold for $13. Our total profit on Poshmark for the second week of March was $82.05. Now we're going to move on to eBay. I finally sold this super pretty Free People dress. This I also picked up at Goodwill, which means it was like 5 something, and it sold for $30. Next was a Tahari dress. I have two of these. Let me see if the other one is sold. I got these from my aunt. She bought these in 2014, maybe 15, 14 or 15. Whenever my cousin got married, she wore these two. She bought two of them, one of them to wear to her wedding, and she bought them in two different sizes, the 10 and 12. And she said, I'll wear whatever fits. She fit the 12, so it was worn one time to a wedding, which I mentioned in the listing, so that it was basically like new. And the new one, which is a size 10, I still have listed. I do have them listed for, I had them listed for $60. They were originally 148, and the price tag is still on this one, so that's how I was able to see what the retail price was. But as you can see again, see how shapeless and just blah this looks and how much better it looks with the stock photo. So that's why I love the stock photos. So I still have this smaller one listed. Okay, so I sold for 30. Then we have this torrid, excuse me, this torrid blouse. This I picked up like, where did I get this? I think this might be the one my mom got for $1 at that consignment clearance sale. I think so. And so it was a zero, which is a 0X with Torrid. It was okay. There wasn't like much to it. You see if I also used a stock photo of this because this looked okay, but it looks better when you can see it on the model. And I was like, I just put it for $15. I'm just trying to get stuff to move. And I think I even mentioned that in the when I'm going to list video when I pulled this out. I was like, I'm just trying to get maybe like 10, 15 bucks for this, just trying to do some quick flips. So they did sell for 11. Then we had these two Pioneer Woman pillowcases. I got these from the Goodwill home bin. They were like maybe $1 each, and they've been up there for quite a while as well, at least a year, and they sold for $20. I'm actually super surprised it took 722 to ship those because they were really lightweight. The buyer might have lived far though. And lastly, a pair of women's Lauren Ralph Lauren skinny jeans. These were listed pretty recently. As you can see, this is my newer white background up here in my workroom. They were a bit of a dated style, besides just being skinny. They were mid-rise, and they kind of looked a little, I don't even know what it would be, maybe mid 2000 like 2010s ish. It wasn't anything. It says modern skinny, but it wasn't too modern. So I was just hoping the brand would pull it through, and the fact that it was a petite, and they did sell for $25. So our total profit on eBay for the second week of March was 75.86, which means that in total between Poshmark and eBay in the second week of March we profited $157.91. Combined with the first week of March, we have profited so far $386.23. I know we had a lofty goal of 1,000 because I was hoping to, get up here, list more, and I am. But it could be that, we are already experiencing summer slowdown. I don't really know. I'm hoping once people start getting their tax refunds back, that they'll start doing some more shopping. If not, we may have to start adjusting our monthly goals to be a little more realistic, if summer slowdown is in fact already starting. I am still having issues with Flip. I will go over to my sharer now. So I contacted Flip and I asked them why, if I have only scheduled 4 times for my closet to be shared, number of schedules, and then these are the times. Notice that I have scheduled 1:30 in the morning, then 4, and then 7, and then not again until the 10 o'clock party at night. Why is my closet being shared at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening? Doesn't make sense, right? Because it should only be sharing at these 4 times. And because of that, I'm guessing I was, as many of you have probably heard in my last videos, I was getting error messages whenever I would try to share something to a party or just share something out of my closet. And what also didn't make sense was because I only have like less than 800 items in my closet, which would be times 4, 3,200 items being shared. This is not reaching the daily limit, and it's definitely not reaching Poshmark's daily limit. So why was my closet constantly being put into a cool down mode, being getting error messages? It wasn't actually hitting any limits. It didn't make sense. So a representative got back with me. She asked me for some screenshots of the issues I was having of like this whole page right here. And I sent her screenshots where the error messages were being popping up. I sent her where you could see that my items had last been updated, which means shared, like 10 minutes ago at like 6 o'clock at night, and times when they weren't supposed to be being shared, and all that kind of stuff. And she suggested that what she said didn't really make sense. She was like, "Oh, well, when it's put in cooldown mode, then it's going to automatically try to like after it solves captchas a few times, it'll be put into cooldown mode because Poshmark senses a bot or something." And then she said, "But then it's just going to automatically try to restart even if it's at a time you're not scheduled for," which I don't really like. And even then, that's fine, but it's still not hitting the share limit. So that just doesn't make sense. Why do I keep getting error codes? So she told me that I needed to stop the share because this used to say stop. Now it's a start because it is supposed to be stopped. She said to stop this, which we did at 8 o'clock last night. And she said to give it 24 hours and then, I don't know, I guess see what happens. Okay, fine. I stopped it last night at 8 o'clock. My husband came up here and stopped it. As you can see, it's stopped. It says not active. So then tell me why. I thought it was fine. I thought it was stopped. And as you can see, it is March 20th now. Okay, now it's not going back any further, but I have the screenshots because I had to send it to him. But as you can see here, March 20th, 2:46 in the afternoon, all the way up to 3 something until I messed even further with like these settings up here, it was still sharing. And it says not active. It says it's not even supposed to be sharing. So what is going on? I don't know. I've even sat here and tried to delete these. And if I like go and then I like refresh the page, it puts them back. I have no idea what's going on. It's super frustrating. And so I just to me it's affecting my business and I don't like it. And if it was a free if Flip was still free, I would just take this and say, well, it's a free service. You have to expect some bugs and kinks. But now we're paying for it. And I don't want bugs and kinks. If I'm paying for it, I might as well go to a different platform. So I'm hoping they respond to me soon. I'm hoping it's just some glitch on their side that maybe they can like re adjust something. I really don't know. But it's been pretty frustrating because I do usually suggest Flip to other resellers and people just getting started, but I don't want to sit here and put my name behind this if it's going to be messing up like this. It's just frustrating. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a little bit better sales than we've had. I'm just going to continue to try to kick butt with listing and hopefully it pays off next week. Have a wonderful day and I will see you guys next time. Bye.